Hello, and welcome back to Nursing Lyfe 101. We're so excited to kick off season 2 with all of you. I'm Christopher.
And I'm Colby. Together, we're diving back into the world of nursing, sharing real stories, practical tips, and plenty of laughs along the way. Whether you're tuning in from your commute, your night shift, or your post-charting recovery nap, we're thrilled to have you here.
Last season, we covered everything from teamwork to interviews, but for our season 2 premiere, we're taking a fun turn.
That's right. Today, we're talking about superstitions, those little beliefs and rituals nurses swear by.
You know, like the moment someone says the Q word.
Don't say it.
And chaos unfolds.
What is a superstition?
Superstition is a belief or practice that stems from the idea that certain actions, objects, or events can bring good or bad luck, often without any scientific or logical basis. It usually connects cause and effect in ways that aren't supported by evidence, but are passed down through culture, tradition, or personal experience.
It's kind of like old wives' tales.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's funny because in the context of like what we're going to talk about today, I think a lot of superstitions in healthcare are usually around negative things, like the Q word. Mm-hmm. But I was trying
Don't
to
say
say, nope. It's like Voldemort. You can't speak his name.
You did? Wow. It's like, gosh.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Yeah, you do.
But I was thinking of like, and I was like talking about the recording earlier and what our topic was. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, it's usually a negative. I was doing like defining superstitions by my own definition. And I was like, yeah, it's usually like a negative thing where you believe something's going to happen if you do something or you say something. And then I was like, it like hit me as soon as I was done explaining my definition. And I was like, oh, wait, but there's positive superstitions too. I was like, and
Is there? What? Like, which one?
And I can't think of healthcare related again.
Oh, okay.
But positive ones, I always think of sports. So if I'm like, I always have to wear this shirt and like, and my team wins. But like the one time I didn't wear that shirt, they lost. Or like when you're like in the 9th inning, it's all tied up, the bases are loaded, and people put their caps on in reverse.
Yeah, in like a weird way. Yeah.
So those are positive superstitions.
I had a lot for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
One, I always do not step on the foul line. That's a normal one.
I think a lot of people have that one.
A lot of people have that one. But I also had my pre-ritual poop.
Got to clean it out before we get out there.
I needed to make sure I was,
We couldn't have any emergencies in the outfield.
And this stemmed, so the experience that it stemmed from was my mom was being a great mom, and she fed me spaghetti, which was wonderful.
Carbo loaded, ready to go.
Yep. And then for dessert, want to know what she had for dessert?
I'm scared. Ice cream?
Strawberries with whipped cream.
The whipped cream got you messed up.
And as many of you know, baseball is in the summer, where it's not cold.
And that dairy curdled up in there.
Oh my gosh.
Gross.
And I was a catcher at the time.
Oh no.
So,
not in squat formation already. You're begging for it. Dang.
I was like, well, and I did. I went to the bathroom in mid-game.
I'm like, I gotta get up.
I gotta go.
I gotta get up.
I'm not gonna make it.
Did you guys have a backup catcher?
They did, yeah.
Thank God.
And the rule is once you're subbed out, you're not supposed to be able to come back in.
Oh, how early in the game was this?
I can't remember. It's been a while.
It was like first
I'm sure
inning.
my dad
First
is over here telling the story a different way, I'm sure, because but anyways, I got back and they let me back in.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were like, it was a medical emergency.
Yeah, it was. It was not only a medical emergency, you just didn't want to have the cleaning up of...
Yeah. No. Bodily fluids.
Oh, yeah. Because this is way TMI, but it was not formed at all.
That's okay. We're all in healthcare here, so we know about the Bristol stool chart. Definitely kicking it off with a bang for the first episode back.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, season 2.
Hello. Christopher is honest.
Full open book over here.
But because of that, I had my pre-ritual poop because I was like, I'm not having this happen again.
You got to make sure it's never going to happen to you one time. That's it.
Now, I would love to say that because I did that, we won every game, but that's not true.
But you never almost pooped your pants in the field again.
100% never did that again.
I think, like, overall, I'm not a very superstitious person.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
Man, I'm all about it.
Like, I'm like, you fully lean in.
I do.
I think, like, I mean, there's something to it, right? Like, it's inevitable, but I'm not the kind of person that, like, if somebody accidentally says the Q word, that's like screaming in the nurse's station,
Oh,
like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that now. And
I
I'm
come
like,
out of the office.
Christopher's in the office doing manager work, and he hears the Q word. He's like, "You're kidding me!" He drops everything. He slams,
Fired. You're fired.
Slams the laptop, flips the desk. He's yelling at everybody.
It's true.
Okay, question.
Okay.
Do you think that those reactions to those words contribute to creating the chaos that then ensues, though?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, I was gonna say. And I've never thought about it until just now, but I'm like, aren't you kind of creating the chaos?
Yeah.
I also would say, like, I try. I'm not like, and when I say I'm not superstitious, I'm not out here like testing my luck either. Like, I'm not at work on a very chill day. Quiet. Saying, "Wow, guys, it's so quiet in here today." Like, I am not testing the luck by any means, but I'm not like screaming and carrying on. And I do work with people that do, not just you. Like, I work with people who literally are like, Jesus! Like, I'm backing away from the mic because literally, like, when I say they're like screaming about it, like, even when someone like completely innocent, like like patient's family member says, "Oh, it seems quiet up here," like, the person that comes to mind is like creating a scene. Like, it is. And I'm like, I'm embarrassed for them, but they do it.
Well, but the thing is, I'm okay if a patient says it.
Yeah. Oh, and then you can do like a little lighthearted, like, "Oh, don't say that."
Yeah, whoopsie, you shouldn't have said that.
You're not going to
You're going to be okay.
Yeah, hope you're going to be okay because you won't see me for the next 4 hours.
I mean, but it's true.
Yeah, no, and it definitely could be like that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, so outside of nursing, is there anything that you like lean into in terms of superstitions?
I know. Again, I'm like, I've been trying to think all day of like what's something that I always do, and I think this is funny because when I was talking to the person about it earlier, like giving them a little like sneak peek, we started talking about like checking, make sure the door is locked before you go to bed like 3 times, and we were saying different things along those lines, and I was like, you know what? I don't think that's superstition. I think that's obsessive compulsive disorder.
OCD.
I was
That's
like,
100%.
that's OCD, which I do have.
Yeah, that's OCD.
I was like, but that's not a superstition, and I just want to make sure that that I was like talking to the person. I was like, I just want to make sure you realize that that's not superstition.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, that's a clinical diagnosis. But I think a lot of people get them confused.
Well, I mean, they're very close because they're experiences
that are similar. I mean, because you have to do something. I mean, you create your own superstition when you have really bad OCD. Like, you tell yourself you have to do this thing, otherwise this bad thing is going to happen. And like, is that not what we just described as superstition as?
Right.
But it's like a OCD is like one step further.
You cannot sleep if you have this problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Do you outside of the Q word, what are some like every single like time you hear it or it happens?
Like normal day things?
Yeah. I think not to like sideline you keep thinking,
Mhm.
but I think another thing that I thought of as a superstition can also be confused as like your ritual, or like your ritual can be your a superstition. Like, if you didn't do your ritual, then like, like now it's like things aren't going my way because I didn't do what I normally do. So I guess like whatever your ritual is could be a superstition.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Again,
technically,
yeah.
yeah.
Like for me, like if I always set like 3 alarms in the morning, but I'm not the kind of person that like snoozes through them. Though I'm like up on the first alarm, but the next 2 alarms
It's
kind
really
of just
short.
like keep me in line for my timeline in the morning.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And but like I have a ritual, I have a routine, and like whenever I deviate from that routine, forget to set the alarms, like then I'm like I have like just a terrible day. Like it starts off as that, and then like it's just a kaleidoscope
Downhill
or
from
like a
there.
domino effect of
Right.
just like bad day. But I guess that's not really a superstition. I think most of the superstitions outside of work for me would like revolve around sports.
Mhm.
It's the easiest like connection I could make.
Yeah, I definitely correlate the 2, sports and superstitions.
They go hand in hand. Like in the beginning of playoffs for the World Series, I was watching games with different like groups of friends, and there's one person I was watching some of the games with, and he was like an absolute nut. Like they were playing well while he was like standing in one corner of his apartment watching the TV, and then he moved to go do something, and then they started playing like shit, and he was like, "Oh my god, where was I standing before?" And like went back to the spot and was like, okay, I think I was like in this position with like my hand on this hip.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh Lord, this is nuts.
Well, I mean, I just remember I had literally 1 pair of white pants, baseball pants, and 1 pair of gray baseball pants because my high school's colors was, blue and white with the gray as, like, the
Mhm.
undertone, and I wouldn't let we were supposed to, like, leave our pants for our coach to wash them.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
You're like, no, my mom will do that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
She knows how to get all the stains out.
Well, that and I was like, I want my pants to be just right so that it'll be just fine later on.
And not mixed up with somebody
Right,
else.
and
Someone
then
else is wearing your pants and then you're
oh
wearing the
my
wrong
gosh,
size.
this is bad. This is bad.
Like it's gonna throw the whole flow off.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Like, what is that? What do you think? Think I'm an amateur? Nah. Another thing, sports related is, mm, I'm a Yankee fan, and it's okay. Y'all can stop booing. Lord, I just could hear it. It's just, but anyways, I remember when my dad and I it was the last World Series the Yankees won, and we were watching TV. We would watch TV outside because we wanted to get the full experience to make sure they knew we were watching. Like they really cared.
They didn't know.
And it wasn't that cold because I'm not from New York.
Yeah. Several states away.
Several. And I was like, well, and I remember we had a blanket. We had a whole thing.
Oh, I love October baseball. Okay. To get us back on track, what do you think these beliefs, like, how do you think they affect us? Do you think that they're helping us cope, or do you think they make people more paranoid?
I think it helps our paranoia by making us more paranoid.
Yeah, like, it's like a positive effect on paranoia.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely increased paranoia, but, like, it kind of gives you, like, a energy focus.
Right. It gives you something stupid to focus on.
Yeah.
When we're sitting here trying to keep people alive, and quite literally, people could die, and it's those cue words, those little things that it's like, okay, this is why we do it.
Yeah.
It's to really just give us a little out and focus on something else.
Yeah, it's a little bit of, it's a little bit of, like, lightheartedness in a serious environment when you need it.
Mhm.
I think for sure it's helpful. And it's also like just part of your part of the healthcare culture. Like it's just part of our culture. Yeah. So we mentioned the Q word or quiet quite a few times. And actually Christopher and I just went on a trip before we started recording the podcast again. We took one quick trip and we were visiting New York City actually, and we were walking around in the morning and I was like, wow, it's actually kind of quiet out here. And he was like, I can't believe you just said that.
I did just say that. Yeah.
And I was like, we're not even at the hospital. It's fine.
I'm like, I don't care.
And that's a perfect example of Christopher being super superstitious and me being like, I'm not that superstitious.
Monday was terrible.
Yeah. This past Monday?
Yes.
Do you think it's because I said something about being quiet in the
No, it wasn't really that bad. I just wanted to say something about it.
Did it have anything to do with any superstitions?
No. It really wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all. I just wanted to make you feel bad for saying
Monday
quiet.
really wasn't bad for me either, and I worked Monday as well. Okay, but there's other workplace superstitions that people experience. And one that I have experienced, and I do believe true blue, is the full moon effect. I fully believe that the full moon 100% is going to make you have a nuts-o shift. And I've fully experienced it before. It killed me.
Well, I mean, not literally, but it was close.
Spiritually and emotionally, I was brought down.
Not the spiritually and emotionally.
Spiritually and emotionally had one of the roughest shifts I've ever had in my entire life.
I mean, okay, can you explain the shift?
I mean, because in your career, if you work night shift, you're going to work many full moon shifts. I worked night shift for like 8 years. You can imagine how many full moons I worked. They're always crazy. But like the one specifically that I'm thinking of was a cataclysmic.
Oh my goodness, big word.
Cataclysmic.
Sorry. Throw it off there.
Cacophony of shit going down at the same time that like just like it was like I was traveling. Okay, let me set the scene. It was my first travel contract that I was floated off of the COVID unit. So I'm like already doing COVID contracts, which is like that was a nightmare in itself. But then we were somehow overstaffed that night and they floated me to the step down of the STICU, so like the acute trauma unit.
Okay.
Not only that, but it was Halloween weekend.
Okay.
Full moon weekend. And it was the mother clucking time change. So I was working a 13 plus hour shift because
okay.
Because we had to work an extra hour.
Yeah.
That killed me. Wait, did I have to work one extra hour or one less? Because it was fall. Spring.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Fall back.
I had to work one less hour.
No, fall back.
You fall back, you
redo the hour.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redo the hour.
You're right. Yeah. Because you spring forward. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So I worked in a whole extra hour. I was on the trauma step down unit, which was like all people with like brain injuries. So I had this one girl who was so confused. She was like in her early 30s. She had gotten into a terrible car accident.
Aww.
She ripped her seat collar off.
Oh, Lord.
She needed an in-person sitter, but they didn't have any, so they gave her a tele sitter. And
of course that
she
didn't
had.
work.
Of course that didn't work. She had the floor mats on, like she had 3 out of 4 bed rails up, like the 2 bottom ones and 1 of the top ones. So she only had 1 of the small skinny ones down. This person flipped herself over the rails, pulled her seat collar off, flipped herself over the rails onto the floor mats, and ripped her Foley out in the process. And she had like 2-second memory. So like I had 5 patients and they were all super high acuity.
5 patients?
I had 5 patients with this girl who was like every 5 seconds she was screaming her head off.
That's wild. This is wild.
It was like the most negligent assignment, right? So I was like, I hadn't seen the other 4 people and they still had to pass meds. It was like 9:45 and because I could not get out of this person's room. So I was like, okay, like I put her, I made her as safe as I possibly could. I told the charge nurse, I was like, hey, like I need to move on because I haven't seen anybody else. It's 9:45. No one's helping me.
Right.
I'm the traveler nurse. No one gives a crap about me.
No, because you're making all the money.
Yeah. Listen, no money was enough that night. And I was in the next room with this poor kid, also probably mid-20s. He had gotten into a terrible car accident, broke both of his orbital bones. So his face was like swollen like a pumpkin. He couldn't even open his eyes, and he was
Oh
so
my gosh,
sweet.
with
He
these
was like
accidents.
terrible accidents.
Oh my
Level 1
gosh.
trauma center outside of DC.
Oh, okay.
So he's sitting there and he's like crying, telling me how thankful he is for all the care that he's been getting from the nursing staff. And all of a sudden I hear the freaking telesitter alarm going off.
Yeah. Right.
I
And
was
it's your person.
and I can't leave this poor man
No,
who's
because he's in
crying.
tears.
He's
No, he's in
crying,
tears.
and he's telling me how
Oh,
thankful he
no.
is. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like trying to listen to him and be present.
Yeah,
and I
you're
know
not.
what's going on
Yeah,
out there. And I'm
you're
like
not.
praying somebody goes and gets this girl. I come
For the
out.
love of God.
There's like, and mind you, like the alarms have been going off for a solid probably 3 minutes.
Okay.
And no one's in the room. She's laying on the ground. Nobody went.
Are you kidding me?
It was a mess. The poor. I mean, I felt terrible for the patient, like both of them, obviously, and my
Yeah.
other ones who had been consistently ignored, since the moment I got there. But I was just like so overwhelmed with everything that was going on, and I needed to get my med pass done, and I just started crying. And I don't
Okay.
cry. It was
No,
like
yeah.
the first time I had cried since my first shift as a new grad, like not my first shift that I ever cried as a new grad, and I hadn't cried since. This is like 8 years later.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there like in the med room just sobbing, and the charge nurse didn't know what to do with me, and I was like, I'm fine. I'm more crying out of frustration. Like it was terrible. That day will go down in infamy. I literally told them, I was like, if you ever float me to this floor again, I swear to God. I did go back to that floor many times,
really?
and that's really I left that hospital, took contracts elsewhere, came back to that hospital. Everyone was so, oh my God, we're so happy to have you back. This is awesome. In the float pool, did like a bunch of like retraining stuff, and then I get my assignment for my first night as I'm
And
pulling
it's
into the
there.
garage, and it's there.
Oh no! Did you call out?
No, I worked the shift. I said, y'all must really fucking hate me because my first shift back and you're putting me on tax, which is like trauma acute care center, whatever. I was like, y'all are killing me. But and that I told everybody when I got to that floor, I was like, I've had the worst shifts of my life I've ever worked in my 9 years in nursing, 8 years in nursing at the time. I was like, in my life I've ever worked on this unit. I was like, and you guys always give me the worst assignments. I went off, and then the charge nurse just kept checking on me all night. He was like, you good? Like anything I can do for you? He was a different charge nurse. Yeah. He was like, you all right? Can I do anything? And I was like, I'm actually okay. But yeah, talk about like full moon effect, Halloween, time change, like in the trauma unit with everybody has a TBI and they're like 10-second SAM memory and like trying to kill themselves. Worst shift of my life. And I definitely I will never say that the full moon doesn't have any effect, because baby, it sure does.
That was a full moon.
That
for
was
sure.
a doozy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you just had the trifecta.
Yeah.
Full moon, extra hour, Halloween.
I'm like shell shocked right now, even just like having to, I'm reliving it. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh my God, it was so bad.
You know, one superstition that kind of translates into healthcare, which would have probably made you would have died from that shift, is it was a Friday, if it was a Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, that's the last thing I would have
yeah.
Thank God Halloween and Friday the 13th can't be on the same day.
Oh yeah, duh, Christopher. I did not think that through. You're right.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, Friday the 13th in October. Come on.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that would have just put icing on the cake.
Yeah. Okay. You share some, and then I'll see if any of mine have overlapped.
Oh, I mean, in terms of actual, I'm at the present moment trying to stay away from nursing. In terms of superstitions. And I mean, I can't really think of any. So I guess if I translate transition, there we go, into nursing, I think that's fine. Oh no, I think that this one also translates into nursing as well. Death comes in threes.
Death comes in threes. Yeah.
Like Malcolm Jamal Warner died.
Mm-hmm. Actor, for anyone who doesn't know.
If you don't know,
Yeah. They're like, did you just give a patient name?
no. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was not a patient's name. Who else? It was two others. Who followed? It was a wrestler.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay. And then there was one
Who
other
was the other
person.
one? I feel bad for not remembering. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the most recent
But yeah,
three,
like
the trio.
yeah. And then we just had Diane Keaton pass away recently. So now like we've got two more coming.
Yeah. Yeah. We anticipate two more coming.
Two more. Yeah, like major losses, but that can also happen with your patients, like especially in your patient population as well. Like you see the same transplant patients frequently. And we see the same heart failure patients frequently, and
Right.
Eventually, unfortunately, like what we can do for them, it comes to an end of a road. And then all of a sudden, I feel like it always happens this way. It's like, oh, someone you've been taking care of for years passes away, and then you're like, oh my god, then this one passed away, and oh my god, then this one passed away. Like it happens in threes, it happens in waves. It's very freaky. Definitely a superstition that I feel I will fully back up.
Oh, 100%.
How about don't speak about that patient, because then they're gonna get admitted.
Yeah. All the time.
You're like, someone's like, who I haven't seen in a while? Mrs. So-and-so. And I'm like,
why?
Why did you just say their name?
Why did you just do that?
Why did you do that? Why?
Like, you're getting that admission.
Yeah.
It's your fifth patient? I don't care.
Like, you spoke it. As soon as I see their name on the ED board, just guess what? You getting them.
Get the prize.
You getting them.
Come on down.
I can't even tell you how many times it's happened. That has happened recently. Whereas the last weekend I worked, so we work like every 3 weekends on my unit. And like 3 weekends ago, I was working with one of our PAs with the heart failure team. And we have like a list of LVAD patients in Epic that just like has them all there.
Yeah.
And I was just scrolling the list. I didn't click on any charts, but I was like, wow, some of these names I've never seen before. And you can see the date that they were implanted with their pump.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my God, they've had a pump since 2017 and I don't even know this person.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So like, I'm like, wow, that's wild, because, if you know anything about LVADs or like heart failure, like these patients come in all the time. So when you get to know them very well. And that was just, we were remarking about how like, oh wow, this person's so healthy. We never see them. That's awesome. And then we got to a patient that I was like, you know what? She has been a frequent flyer in the past, and we hadn't seen her in months. And I was like,
oh no.
And I was like, oh, look at that. And my PA was like, oh yeah, oh no, I think she was the one that brought it up. She was like, you know who we haven't seen in a while? And I was like, don't say it. And she said it. And I was like, Kate, why did you say that?
Why would you do that?
And I kid you not.
It's because you're a PA. You're not a nurse.
No. No.
You don't truly believe in these superstitions.
No. So then, like, I was like, well, now she's going to be here. And I sure as shit, like, I'm not even kidding you. I was off maybe for like 2 days. I come back on Wednesday and I was like,
there she is.
Kate, you did this to us. I was like, I knew this was going to happen. And we've been seeing her quite frequently again, this patient. She's been around the block a few times since we brought her up after not seeing her for a while. So it happens. You talk about these patients you haven't seen in a while, and you speak them into existence, and like they catch the vibe, and they're like, you know what? We're going to follow that scent all the way to the ED and get admitted.
It's like the rabbit, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny just, drifts away.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't Bugs Bunny, it's Tom and Jerry. Jerry drifts to and Tom tries to get some. Yeah.
Exactly.
I just can't. I can't do that. And so it's funny because there is one of our mutual friends, the tall one. And then you know who I'm talking about.
Him.
Yeah.
Him.
Not with the pointy up. He's charged, and he is not one to do superstitions. So I, tried to toe the line. See,
you're like, let me see if I can make him believe today.
Let's see.
Has anything ever worked?
I think he's okay with not saying the Q word. But, if he does, he's like, whatever.
Not only the Q word, The S word.
Yeah.
Slow.
Oh.
That's a quick way to make things go fast.
You need to speed up? Okay, we got you.
Just say it slow.
Yeah, that's an interesting one that we have to. Yeah,
Mind ourselves about.
Anything that is not a chaotic word, because even like calm, I don't usually like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet, obviously. I did say it. I guess I was the first one to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Slow, and then
the only thing I say that doesn't like, I don't know why I feel like it's safe to say, but I just say the vibes are chill.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, why is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Everyone agrees, but it's so funny. Like, you can't say quiet, you can't say calm, you can't say slow, but the vibes are chill.
And you can't say it's chill.
No, the vibes.
But the vibes.
You have to comment on the vibes.
Right, yeah. It's the vibes, not the...
It can't be like this like blanket statement of it's chill. No, you have to specifically comment on the vibes.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. 100%.
That's so funny.
Anyways, let's hop into our segment break.
Okay, it's time for our medical news minute, the part where we pretend we read more journals than TikTok comments.
Facts. I do read more journals than TikTok comments because I don't have some.
Call me out.
Let's see what's new in medicine this week and how it might actually show up in our practice. So, it's funny. Colby loves to send me crazy TikToks and
Instagram Reels. Yeah.
Does Twitter have Reels?
They have something. Okay. I don't know what they
call them. They have stories, yeah?
I have no idea. Okay. I don't know how to spend that much time on Twitter. But if I find a good clip.
Yeah, you're sending it over.
Yeah.
And Colby actually sent me this, was it Instagram?
It was an Instagram Reel by Sanjay Gupta, who used to be Surgeon General, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check myself real quick because that would be embarrassing. But anyways, he does stories for CNN now. He did one on. Hold on, let me just check Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah, because it would be really bad if this is not it.
Sanjay Gupta is an American neurosurgeon, medical reporter, and writer. He serves as the Associate Chief of Neurosurgery Service. Hold on. At Grady Memorial in Atlanta, which makes sense because that's where CNN is. He is an associate professor of Emory University School of Medicine, and
which is also in South Carolina, or
in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm. He is a member of the National Academy of Medicine, a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, and the chief medical correspondent for CNN. Was he ever the Surgeon General? Am I losing my mind? I think I just associate him as that because he is the face of broadcast journalism and medicine in my eyes. Okay, so maybe he was... Oh, yeah, he was a Surgeon General candidate. Hey,
he was a candidate.
He had been considered for the position of Surgeon General by President-elect Barack Obama back in 2009.
Okay.
Okay, so I wasn't that far off. He's a brilliant guy. I've seen a lot of his stories, and I always am interested in what he has to find and what he has to share with CNN. But yeah, the specific story that that I came across was about the rise of non-opioid analgesic approaches. And there was a ED physician in a New York City emergency department who had created a program using non-opioid, analgesic medicine approach to treating patients. Basically he helped create a team of like anesthesiologists that were coming and doing like spinal taps, or not spinal taps, but spinal blocks, spinal taps. And,
we're gonna get that.
Yeah. No, but coming in and doing like if someone like an elderly person broke their hip, instead of giving them like a bunch of morphine and Dilaudid and, fentanyl, PO-oxy, all this stuff, they're coming in and they're giving them a nerve block, and the pain relief is almost instantaneous. And they interviewed patients like that were in the ED that had just had it done, and they were like, "We feel great. Like, this was amazing. Why wouldn't we do it this way?"
Right.
And not only nerve blocks, but they were also using other modalities like Tylenol combinations, lidocaine infusions, that sort of thing. And I just thought that I was like, this is brilliant and so simple. Why isn't everybody doing this? Why isn't every emergency department in America utilizing this line, this class of drugs, this line of providers?
Yeah. I mean, I
when we
think,
have such an epidemic.
well, and that's why they should do it, right? It's because this whole opioid epidemic is a real thing, and it has significantly devastated multiple families, like
Mm-hmm.
around the world, and not only including the United States. But I don't think we have the manpower.
I think like when we talked about it, that's what it came down to. Like we don't have the people to do it, or maybe we don't have the financial backing to create a team to do that, which is so sad because like if that's really what it came down to, like it's a money thing.
I mean, pharmaceuticals talk.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the money. They do. They
Yeah,
have
if you
the
could
money.
see the face I just made, I was like, ah!
Yeah.
It sucks. Big Pharma rules us.
It does. It does. And I mean, there's reasons why there's certain treatment plans that are being used. It's because it's the biggest bang for the pharmacy's buck. Like it just is going to work. And yes, we have this whole epidemic that we're having to deal with now, but money corrupts absolutely. Like it just
every
does.
time.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I would love to say that it could gain traction. I think it would literally be, honestly, I think it would have to take nurses. Like nurses are going to have to like step up and say, we need to find a way to help our patients, because we are nurses. Nurses are advocates for not only ourselves, but also our patients. And if you start to realize the impact that opioids create on maybe not your patient right now, but could be a patient later on, or, your coworker's patient that happened to get strung out on it, like it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a harsh reality of our world that we live in, and it was just like when I came across it, and I think we should try and post a link to that reel when we post this podcast. That way, if people are interested, that they can look into it. And I myself want to do more research and see what that doctor, and I wish I had it in front of me right now so that I could share that doctor's name. So we'll put the link in the bio of the podcast so you guys can check it out. But
Of course we will, because I have it readily available.
it's in our shared links somewhere. I will find it again if I need to. But
I was sarcastic.
but yeah, I think I would love to know, I would love to see what research is out there that doctor has put out there, because he did say like it was part of his research that he's doing. I just can't imagine a world where like we don't offer that as like a first line analgesic for like the perfect example of like an elderly person who fell and broke their hip.
Right.
Because like when we give that population opioids, it can make them go nuts. Like we've all seen it. We've all seen grandpa get a little bit of morphine and then all of a sudden he's swinging his arms and trying to knock out his nurses because he doesn't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
Like it's way too much for him. But if we hadn't given it to him, the poor guy would be screaming in pain.
Yeah.
And like we don't want to leave him in pain either. But like, okay, why is it so often that like a nerve block is like our last like
there has to be
pain control.
There has to be something we don't see, right? Like there has to be.
There's again, probably comes down to money and time and the right person to do that procedure. Like I feel like the only time I've ever really seen nerve blocks on patients, it's like they've been in pain, nothing's working. We've tried all kinds of like PO, IV staggering, everything from Tylenol to Dilaudid to, everything in between. I think then eventually, like, we're like, can we consult acute pain service? Like, what are we doing here? And then,
Yeah.
like, then they give a recommendation for a certain, like, multimodality of PO and IV medications. And, like, even a nerve block isn't even the first thing that I see in notes from them. Like, it's usually, like, we've tried for days, even once they've been consulted and given them recommendations before they say, okay, I guess we'll do a nerve block now.
Yeah, I mean, but I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I very well could be. I mean, it's a nerve block is you are you're introducing a needle inside of your spinal column, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
So, like,
At some point in the nerve root. Yeah.
right, and so like that is
Like, maybe that's just too high risk.
that is a very high risk in my mind. Like
But then we're out here giving epidurals to pregnant people like it's candy, you know? It's like, like, well, how dangerous is it?
yeah,
It's like not that dangerous if they can get them.
that a person bringing another person into the world can
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, right? So it's like I see what there's if that's the case, we don't know. Like this is like very surface level research that we've done. It's I watched this Instagram reel. Check it out. Oh, yeah, let's talk about it at the podcast. We didn't do any research, just a topic of conversation to speak about. But like if that is the case, and if anybody has any like light that they could shed on that for us, would love to hear. Write it in.
I can just hear my PA friend.
He's like, you idiots.
Yeah, I already know it. And the thing is, he's going to come into the podcast this semester.
The season. Well, we can call it a semester. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for that one. That's going to be great.
Yeah. I'm so ready.
I'm so ready to get schooled. But yeah, it's really interesting. If anybody can shine any light or if they want to share their opinion or whatever, like totally open-minded, would love to hear more about it. Would love
to tell you you're wrong.
That's okay. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I wouldn't have known if you didn't tell me. But we'll definitely post the link. Let us know what you guys think about it. I think like for face value, sounds pretty cool. Sounds like that's what we should do.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely something that could be beneficial. And you know, we said lidocaine infusions. People use ketamine infusions too.
Yeah.
Like
for lots of things.
For a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've done it in transplant service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we've done it for a lot of different stuff. I mean, it's very useful.
Yeah.
But still an opioid. Or is it a benzo? What is ketamine?
Ketamine's not an opioid.
No, it's something.
And this is why I can probably really emphasize the fact that even though you're learning all these things, all these pharmaceutical names and classes in nursing school, you will forget 80 to 85% of that.
Yeah, basically you'll figure out what your specialty is and just learn what those ones are, and then the rest are just like sidelines.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Actually, I looked it up out of curiosity. It is a controlled substance, but it is a powerful dissociative anesthetic with hallucinogenic effects.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's
not an opioid. It's an anesthetic, but be careful. Be careful. All right, that's it for this week's Medical News Minute. Thanks for staying current with us.
Now, let's get back to the stories, the shifts, and the chaos that makes nursing what it is. All right, time to talk about the ones that always make you side-eye your coworker.
Because every nurse knows the second you say it, it's quiet tonight. The universe hears you.
So we'll kind of talk about some different nursing things, and we've already hit a couple, like the full moon, frenzy, the Q word. But have you ever heard, and I don't think I have that in our little notes, tying a knot in a patient's bed helps to ward off a dying patient?
No, like to keep like they're circling the drain. What are you tying a knot on a sheet?
Yeah, on the bottom right sheet.
Oh, like tying them in, like, so it's like mimicking, like, I'm tying you down, buddy. You ain't going nowhere today.
Well, you don't tie them to the sheet, right. But like you just tie a knot.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's where it comes from. I've never
seen that before.
I've never seen it, but I've heard our friend, the tall one, also has heard of this one.
He has?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's regional. Like, you know how, like,
But he
some might be like a...
he was around here
Oh, okay.
when he got his nursing license.
I wonder also if there's, like, I'm sure there's superstitions that differ from hospital versus, like, nursing home.
Ooh, there we go.
I could see that being, like, a nursing home thing because it feels very old wives' tale to me.
Yeah, but I mean, and I'm also going with the old wives' tale. Open that window.
When someone
Oh my
passes,
gosh, open that window.
yeah, but most windows don't open these days in
I
the
know.
hospital.
Let me lead you to the story that makes me believe we need to open windows.
Okay.
I was working a night shift
Mhm.
in a nursing home where I was taking care of 20 plus patients.
I feel like you're holding a flashlight under your chin.
Yeah, I am. It's October and I hate scary, but I'm telling this campfire story. And so I walk into the unit and it was the 300 wing. And I'm going and getting people to bed, brushing people's teeth, doing the whole thing. And I found out that Mama Joe, I don't remember her actual name, Mama Joe left us.
Oh,
And I was
you
like,
came in to discover that?
yeah.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, poor Mama Joe.
Oh.
And so, we did the things, we did the calls, and it starts to rain outside. And I'm like, oh, I love me a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Let me see the lightning. Let me hear the thunder. I'm all for it. Well, next thing I know, the exit door at the very end
Does it just bust open?
Bust open.
Shut up. I was joking.
Bust open. I was like, and I'm the only one.
It's like rain.
I'm the only, I know. And they're like, Christopher, you got to go close the door. I said, no, I wasn't.
Somebody else would do it.
Y'all can go close it. And because I don't like scary things. And I was like, it's not happening. I'm not doing it. I did not close that door. Somebody else did. But that door was open by something.
Yeah, I'd be scared. I'd be pooping my pants.
I did. And so I walk into Mama Joe's old room and realize her window was not open.
She had to get out
She
one
was
way.
getting out. She sure enough did. So,
see ya.
Yeah.
She threw up the deuces and pushed her way out that door.
She made her way out.
Yeah, that's terrifying. The first time I ever had a patient pass and had to do postmortem care and everything, I was in an older hospital and we did our windows did open. And it was in my second nursing job, so not the first one. The first hospital I worked in was like brand new. The windows did not open. The second nursing job, we were in an older part of the hospital, and the windows did open. We had someone pass, and it was my first time doing postmortem care, and it's awkward the first time you do it. You don't.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable, and you don't know what to do and how to do it. And
Yeah.
It's just weird. But I was with a seasoned nursing tech, and she was just walking me through it. She was like, pull up your britches, girl, let's get to work. And the funny thing is she was younger than me, and I was like, okay. And then we were almost done and I was like, all right, cool, well, like, thanks for helping me. And she's like, wait. And I'm like, what? And she's like, we have to open up the window. And I was like, oh. She's like, open the window. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what's that about? Like, what do we have to open the window for? Like, I didn't think we were allowed to open these windows. Like, what? We always yell at patients. She was like, we have to let the spirit. And I was like, oh, okay. I see what you're doing here. It all makes sense now.
It's important.
It's important because you want to know what happens when they close up those windows and they don't let people open them anymore. I mean, all for good reason. I know why they keep the windows closed nowadays, and it's, not for the worst things that you're thinking about, but, the very baseline is regulate temperature in the hospital. But
I didn't even think about that. I was thinking the worst.
Thinking about the worst.
Instantly thinking about the worst.
We don't even need to speak on that.
That's
a superstition. But is the hospital is haunted.
Oh yeah.
And specifically on
Wait, we're going to talk about this next year.
Next year.
The hauntings of the hospital is a next year topic.
We'll save it for another.
I was like, wait a second,
podcast.
don't go too far into that.
We'll save it for next October, but it's haunted. That's all I'll say.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, I 100%. There's a reason why we sage the place now,
or ourselves.
Yeah, oh,
Superstitions.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one. It's not on our list either, but like, there's sometimes you work with someone that has the black cloud above them. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, does not matter. And it's not like the hypochondriac kind of like, where like it's always me that has the worst shift. Like, there's that person that legitimately always does have that worst shift.
And you know that person.
You know that person. Sometimes that person is you. And
if you don't know that person,
it's you. If you don't know, you're like, who could that be? Who's that I work with? It's you if you don't know.
So sorry.
It was me at one point.
It was
bad. And I had a manager that was like, girl, you need to go sage yourself or something. And I was like, I'm getting on Amazon right now and I'm ordering a smudge stick. Like I'm doing it. Like, it's been so bad. Like lately, like I was having like weekly codes, just like absolute chaotic shifts, like staff, like last minute call outs, shitty staffing, like patients like acting a fool, like having to do behavioral emergency response team calls.
It was really bad.
Like it was so bad. So I elected Christopher to sage me in nature. We went to nature because we wanted to leave those negative spirits and black clouds behind. And so we hiked a mountain and found a quiet spot and I made Christopher sage me. But let me tell you, it worked.
And they had a little gypsy house around too.
Yeah. There was like a little fairy house. Fairy house. So we felt like it was like a good spot to do it. Really, there's a lot of like magical stuff going on over here. Let's try this spot.
Just keep it away.
So I think if you are that person with the black cloud, or you know that person with the black cloud, like, get saged, or
be the real one.
Be the real one. Offer to sage that person because it works. And I still have that sage smudge stick. And you know, if I ever need it, actually, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I know I have it somewhere. I moved, so I don't know exactly where it's at.
You need to find that sucker.
I know. Now that we're talking about it, I'm gonna have a freaking black cloud. I'm gonna order another one right now. But that is like that. Talk about a superstition. Like, that sage stick saved my life because I was like, I don't know how long I can go on like this for. I can't do this anymore.
It was rough. I would hear Colby's stories and I'd be like, are you good? Like, what is going down? It was bad.
Like, who did you anger? What spirits did you upset?
It was bad.
Yeah, I had a very dark cloud.
Very.
I feel like I work with someone now who has like the worst days ever, and I'm gonna ask her if she wants to be saged. Do you want to be? It's like, do you want to be saved? No, it's, do you want to be saged?
Yeah, that's wild. I can't. Another one that calling a skill easy.
Oh yeah.
Well, just today.
Being too braggy. Okay, but go ahead and tell your story.
Yeah, just today. Talking about too braggy. I'm going to be honest. A skill that I'm really good at is putting in IVs. That is my thing.
We've spoke on it before.
Yes. I personally have taken a oath to be practiced at taking IVs and putting them in. Like, that's my thing. I was doing a mobile drip today, and as I go to do the mobile drip, I went and got the bag from the drip bar, from the actual store. And the nurse there that helped prepare it was like, I didn't get any of the like actual IVs. Do you want to get some? And I was like, yeah, because I forgot my mobile bag here in the apartment. So I need everything. And I was like, I'm just going to get one IV because
I got to go.
I got to go. I've gotten this person before. This is like, I got this. I've stuck this person multiple times with no problem. And she was like, are you sure? And she kept doubting me. And as soon as she kept doubting me, I was like,
the patient or the nurse?
The nurse. Okay. The nurse. I was like, oh, dang it. I'm like, okay, I'll bring a second one. I get there, talk to the client, and was like just talking away, and my work phone started beeping. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why is my work phone? And she was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just I'm trying to focus and get this IV and then I'll worry about the work phone. And I go to stick her, and I missed.
Scandal.
I
Scandal.
said, as soon as I left my client's house, I sent a text message to that nurse and it was like, "You jinxed me. How dare you?"
That's a hit to your ego.
Oh, I was humbled very quickly. And I don't like that.
So humbled. Dang.
Meanwhile, an hour after, I'm talking about how good I am.
Yeah. Okay, I'm really good at putting in Foleys.
Ooh.
Like I can get a Foley in any lady.
Oh.
And if you know anything about putting in a Foley, men, whatever. Women, let me tell you, their anatomy is not all the same. I mean, and neither is a man's. I've seen some,
Yeah.
But a woman is like always a mystery. Okay, like
yeah.
Talk about superstitions. The woman's anatomy is one big superstition. I can nail it though. Like, and if anyone needs help with a Foley, they're like, get Colby. She can do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I can. There was one time where I like walked in. I was so confident. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope. Wrong hole every time. I was like, what?
Every time.
How many are there
I was
down
gonna say,
here?
how many holes? Where did you go?
I was like, what is happening? And finally I was like, leave that one in there so I don't go to that place again. And that's a trick in case you didn't know.
Well,
like if you're in a really tricky spot, I don't often have to use it because, I'm like, I'm in. Ding, ding, ding.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Wink, wink, wink. Wink, wink. Okay, so many innuendos. Yeah, you can leave the catheter in the wrong spot so that that's not the direction to go.
Right.
Not best practice, but like if it's really tricky, to go ahead and do that. But yeah, I have been like overly hyped once and did not get it. But you want to know what? I was humbled, but you know what? Urology even had a hard time because at that point I was like, if I can't do it, then none of y'all jokers can do it. Let's get urology consulted. And urology was like, oh my God, we need a scope.
A scope?
They were like, we don't know what's going on here. I think she ended up having like fistula, so.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that was really what the problem was. So it wasn't really on my skills. It was on the patient's anatomy, but whatever, whatever.
Interesting.
Just sharing.
Huh.
But I can sympathize.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. So we actually asked a couple of our followers about some nursing superstitions and what they believe really are some of their like really top ones. And one that I was very interested to hear was a good friend of mine. They had a nursing superstition of never ordering Chinese food.
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of questions when we spoke about that.
Yeah, and I never actually like fully dove into why, but this particular nurse works in the ED and does a lot of ED nursing. And she said that every time the ED would order Chinese takeout, things would hit the fan.
It was over.
It was done. And
they never got to eat the food, I'll tell you that.
Right, yeah. Lunch break was not had.
The Chinese food was cold and unedible by the time their shift was over.
Exactly.
That is a weird one.
So and she said she tried multiple times and, like multiple days. Like it didn't matter what day. As long as you ordered Chinese food, it was going to go down.
So no more Chinese food for that emergency department.
Yep. Sorry. And I'm sorry if I don't think I've ever had a food related superstition.
I don't think so either.
I do like to eat my fries before I eat my burger or like.
Yeah, but you're a weirdo who eats like each piece of food different. You eat like all of the sides and then the main course for everything.
I've told you the reason why. It's because the sides get cooler faster, so I want to eat them while they're warm.
We digress.
I'm just saying. Another one was not printing the assignment until staffing has been completed.
That's not my thing. But I'm also like a prepare for any kind of situation. So like
Of course you are.
I've got the assignment as if it's perfect. I've got the assignment if I have someone calls out and how to do it with like down a couple of staff. I've got it if I get a couple of staff. I got it like I've got every.
That's too much work.
Listen, people love it though because I'll have the assignment out at 5:45 p.m. Like I got my assignment made.
Yeah, why didn't you just say 17:45?
You're right. Why didn't I say that? I don't know. But I start making the assignment like at 7:01 a.m. Like I'm like, all right.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's like one of the first things I start doing. I'm working it all day. That's how I get it done at 5:45 because I've been working on it all day.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you get it done. Because
I got a rhythm, okay? I got a rhythm. I got a routine.
Well, that rhythm is going to change. Next episode.
Foreshadowing.
Did you happen to ask about any?
I didn't have any come up that we didn't already speak about.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get any cool, like, unusual.
Like the Chinese food
Yeah. Nothing unusual.
What about if you see a fly in a patient's room?
What is that?
The patient will die.
Oh. There was a... I've never heard that, but...
That's another, I think, nursing home. Like,
that's like a definitely...
Yeah.
I was going to say, there was a nursing home that my mom worked at that had a cat. And the cat... would...
No, it smelled death.
It would like sit outside the room and then it would go into the room and they'd be like, that one's going to go next. And sure enough.
No. It wasn't a black one, was it? Oh, that's another superstition. Black cats.
Black cats. Yeah, no. It was, I think it was an orange cat.
I'm over here. I'm popping up
I know,
good ones now.
Coming up.
Breaking a mirror, you have 7 years of bad luck.
Oh, yeah.
Stepping on a crack, you'll break your mama's back.
Don't walk under a ladder.
Yeah.
Opening an umbrella inside.
Boom.
Oh, wow. How do we forget about all these?
I don't know, but it's just, they're just coming left and right now.
Oh, Lord, don't open an umbrella in my grandmother's house. I feel like that was like one thing that like it's like as a child remembering being like, don't do that. And maybe I'm making it up, but for some reason that one's like really sticking out right now to me.
That's hilarious.
Wow, those really classic ones. How did we just draw blanks on those?
Well, no, I can just hear people like saying, y'all are idiots.
You said you said broken mirror, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about those email chains that used to go out like back in the day? Like forward this to 20 people or have like the worst luck ever. But if you do forward it, like you'll find your love of your life.
Yes.
Yeah, those were so funny.
Yeah, man. That was when AOL was a huge thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I hope everyone that was like sitting there on the edge of their seat, like screaming at us this whole podcast episode is like, finally. I hope we really made someone's day with the email one though. Like that is like
they're throwing a party.
Shout out to every millennial that listens to this.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I remember those all the time.
Well, I feel like someone took like the hood off of my face. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
I can see you.
I can see all these now. That was funny.
Wow, that was fun. Well, I guess I'm done.
That's it?
All right, class dismissed. That's a wrap for today's session of Nursing Lyfe 101. Welcome to Season 2.
Woo! We hope this episode brought a little humor and reflection to your shift. Whether you believe in the full moon effect or not, just remember, always knock on wood.
I'm knocking on wood!
That's another one.
You can find us on Twitter or X at Nurse Lyfe 101. Remember, it's LYFE 101. Facebook at Nursing Lyfe 101 or Instagram at nursing_life_101.
Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. It helps more nurses find our show.
Thanks for tuning in to our Season 2 premiere. We've got some incredible topics ahead.
Until next time,
take care of yourself
and keep making a difference out there.